Okay, so we're going to more examples on converting fractions to decimals in different formats. So the first one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and uh, reduce this as much as possible before I start, and then I can go ahead and do the division. So 2 will go into 150 75 times. 2 will go into here 108. And so now I have 108 over 75 and 8, 9, 7, 12. So 3, it looks like will go into both of those. So 3 will go into here, 3, and then there's 1, 8. That's going to be 6. And 3 will go in here, 25. So that's 36 over 25. And I don't think we can reduce anymore. So now we can take and divide. So 25 goes into 36.000, however many decimal places we need. That's going to be a 1 and 25. Subtract that off. 6 minus 5 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. And we bring down a 0. Well, that'll go in 4 times. That's going to give us 100. Subtract that, we get 1, 0. Now we bring down another 0, and we have another 4, and that's going to be 100. Subtract that, that's 0. So this looks to be 1.44 as far as our answer in a decimal format. So if we had gone ahead and taken 150 into 216, we would get the same thing, but first we reduced it down and made it a little bit simpler. Now this one, we can't really reduce, so it's just a matter of can we divide it out. So 16 goes into 15.000. So that's going to be 0. Now 16, let's see, that could go in, so 20 will go in there, 5, 6, 7. So let's try 7, so 42. And 7 and 4 is 11. That's still too small. So 16 times 9. So that's going to be 54. And it's going to be 14. So it looks like 9 be the answer. So 144. Subtract that. That's going to be 6. Now we're going to bring down our 0. And so 16 times 5, that's 30. That's 80, that's too big. So 16 times, I don't know, 4, that's 24. That's 64, it's still too big. And so that means what we have then is going to be a 3. And 16 times 3 is going to be 1848. So we have 48. And so we borrow 1, we have 2, 5 minus 4, 1, and we have a 0. Let's see, that was 7. And that's 112. Subtract that, that's going to give us 8. Now we have 0. We already did 80. That's times 5. So that's going to give us 80. Subtract that, we get 0. So this is 0.9375 once we divide it out. So sometimes all these extra times you had to multiply help, because then once you get to a different part of the problem, you can use it and you don't have to do that number again. So 15/16 is equal to 0.9375. All right, now we need to see if they're terminating or not. Well, guess what? Both of these are repeating. We have a 3 and we have a 3. So what we have to do is we have to convert both of our decimals into fractions. So that's going to give us -4 over 3 minus. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put 375 over 1, 1, 2, 3 zeros, because we have 1, 2, 3 decimal places for the 3 zeros. Now it might be nice to reduce this. So if I divide by 5, that's going to give me 200. If I divide this by 5, that's going to give me a 7. That'll give me 35, and then a 5. So now we can divide by 5 again, and that's going to give me, let's see, 15. 5 goes in there, 1, 2, 5, yeah, 15. And 5 will go into there, 40. Looks like we divide by 5 again. So that's going to be a 3, and that's going to be an 8. So minus 3/8. Now, if you worked with a lot of measurements on a tape measure, 0.375 is 3/8, and so that would be pretty easy for you if you knew that. All right, so now we have an LCD. It's going to be basically 3 times 8, which is 24. So we'll take a minus 4 over 3 times 8 over 8 minus 3 over 8 times 3 over 3. So here we have a minus 32 over 24 minus, and then 3 times 3 is going to be 9 over 24. And then since they're both the same sign, we just add the two together, 32 plus 9. So that's going to give us a minus 41 over 24. And that's as far as we're going to go, because again, if we go ahead and divide it out, it's going to become a repeating decimal, and so we'll just leave it as the negative 41 over 24. Now this one's going to be a little easier because we only have one decimal place, and so really this is 5 over 3 minus, now that's just going to be 11 over 10 because we have one decimal place, so 1 0. And we really can't reduce anything there. So what we're going to do is look for the LCD, and if we can write LCD properly, that's just going to be 3 times 10, which is 30. So that's going to give us 5 over 3 times 10 over 10 minus 11 over 10 times 3 over 3. And so when we do that, that's going to be 50 over 30 minus 33 over 30. So really all we have to do is take 50 minus 33. That's a 4. Here we have a 17 over 30. That can't be reduced any further. And again, because it's going to become a repeating decimal, we'll just leave it as 17 over 30. All right, so that's one set of examples, and I'll record another one soon.